then you get traumatized.
When you come to realization that this matter need to be addressed in the society,
Yes.
what's that one fact that really motivated you now to put it on a book so that it can bring that side of positive of it to relate to the society?
What motivated me most to do this
Yeah.
is that pressure. You
Yeah.
know, that pressure that I can talk.
Yeah.
I can talk to someone.
Yeah.
I can tell someone it's not always a woman's fault.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And again, as a parent, I am looking at it this way. Tomorrow my child will be married or something.
Yeah.
And then my child has this thing in her you never know.
Yeah.
This thing is happening.
Yeah.
But how do I help it when I'm still alive?
Yeah.
How do I help it when I can still talk?
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to talk about it.
Yeah.
Whether in a book or in a like film series or drama, you know.
Yeah.
Just so that I communicate something to the society.
Yeah.
We can find better ways to discuss this. Yeah.
Do you believe, because the current situation right now, you find out that maybe the new generation, maybe the current generation, the current situation in the ground right now, we find that I think a lot of abortion is being done, a lot of abortion, things
Yeah.
like that, using those dawa. Do you think that this thing will bring a lot of maybe watu kukosa watoto? After the more you trying to bring it to the society that people need to accept it, but without dwelling on those topics, do you think that bad it affect?
Well, if we continue like we are today,
Yeah.
then so much is going to go to waste.
Yeah.
If we continue without telling our children the truth,
Yeah.
then the society will rot more, okay?
Yeah.
So the best thing we can do
Yeah.
is to open up.
Yeah.
Open up to the young generation.
Yeah.
Enlighten them.
Yeah.
Speak to them.
Yeah.
Tell them whatever you can and let them absorb it as young as they are still.
Yeah.
Because we cannot, even there's that word that says samaki mkunje angali mbichi or something.
Yeah, sure.
Is better than waiting for them to rot ama to mature up, then
Yeah.
you start talking about it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, this 100% is going to affect our society.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
That's where now parenting tips comes in.
Yeah.
We speak about them, we tell you this,
Yeah.
but it has to happen that you who we are speaking to
Yeah.
picks a lesson from what we are telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the current situation right now, you find that parents themselves is the one trying to help their kids to go through abortion. If I'm not wrong, maybe we can put it maybe 65% of the parents.
So that's another thing that we need to tackle.
Yeah, because they are talking of aibu, unaogopa aibu.
Sasa unaogopa aibu lakini unamwaribia. Because the moment you put your child through abortion,
Yeah.
1, the child can die.
Yeah.
2, the child can, if the abortion is not done correctly,
Yeah.
there are consequences that cannot be taken away.
Yeah.
I think there's a time I saw something and there's this girl that had aborted through back door.
Yeah.
And that child has been bleeding for so many years.
Yeah.
And when you bleed like that, you're not even stable.
Yeah.
You can't even do anything.
Yeah.
You can't even go katikati ya watu.
Yeah.
So why not just let the child akae,
Yeah.
akuzalie hiyo aibu?
Yeah.
Wewe unajua aje ni aibu? Do you know that aibu tomorrow could be your president?
Yeah.
Nani anajua who is going to be the president tomorrow?
Yeah.
This aibu you are talking about today could be your doctor tomorrow.
Yeah.
They could be your pastor. They could be the person that is going to save you.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd let you just give birth and I'll take care of the child.
Yeah.
Hiyo aibu, wanasemanga huko kwetu, dunia iko na raba,
Yeah.
it rubs.
Yeah.
So it could rub that aibu for you, lakini aka katoto katabaki milele.
Yeah.
And at some point the child could be the one who will save your life.
Yeah.
So na wewe you are trying to flush the child away.
Yeah.
Who told you? Tell us today, if your mom decided to flush you away, would you be here talking about that aibu? No way.
Yeah.
No way. So let the child live. Let your mtoto wako mwenye ashaenda akashika hiyo mimba ni mtu anaweza kaa hapo na azae. Yeah. Na mimba sio ugonjwa. Yeah. Atazaa, atarudi shule, atasoma. How many cases have we seen? Yeah. So many cases. Yeah. Yes.
What do you think right now as parent should do in the society, maybe to help the generation, maybe girl child in terms of early pregnancy, things like that, at least to occur ndoa in future?
Talking about early pregnancies and all that,
yeah.
The best thing is to come out and communicate.
Yeah.
Me, if anyone is listening to me today, yeah. If they can reach the government, yeah. Let's have societies, groups. Yeah. Unaona watu kama mimi and my friend, yeah. We can talk about, we can even create clubs. Yeah. Unaona? Yeah. The only thing we lack is financial stability. Yeah. But we can create clubs. Yeah. We can get to girl child. We can talk to them. Yeah. One of the things that is affecting most is communication. Yeah. The second thing is poverty. Yeah. And someone thinks, just the way you were telling us a while back, yeah. Money and sex. Yeah. Mwanaume anakuja anakudanganya, now I'll give you like 20 shillings for example. Yeah. The best thing they can do is to sleep with you. Yeah. You see? Yeah. If we offer talks, yeah. If we get time to talk to children, yeah. To talk to young girls, yeah. Tell them about sex openly. Yeah. Because for me, my issue and my worry is we should get out and talk about sex. Yeah. And sexual acts. Yeah. And the consequences that come. Yeah. After sex. Yeah. Yes. So if we speak out, it will. Yeah. Be good. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know right now, sex is a big issue in the society?
It's not.
It's not a big issue in the society because you find out that today tutakuwa club. Yeah. Nipate na dem fulani. Imagine totally hata sijui jina yake, and then the next thing you find that we slept together. You know, yes. So I don't think, on my side, I don't think sex is a big issue for society. Sijika ni wewe unasema.
It's not. Yeah. It's not, and it's not in kwa enzi zetu. Yeah. Sex was like something. You having sex with a girl or a boy, that was something else. Yeah. But I think that's the reason I'm telling you, we need to come out. We need to have clubs where we can talk. Yeah. And we need to have these children visit those clubs free of charge. Yeah. Because if they are poor, you. Yeah. Expect them to pay. How? You're not going to help them. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think that maybe the government pia wamefail, kuna something government should do maybe to the girl child so that at least we have that talk? Because I think when we talk about this thing to the girl child and the boy child, I don't think if we can mess up.
No. Yeah. The government has not failed. Yeah. But because it's not, the government is not honestly to blame. Yeah. But yeah. We can have the government create clubs and places where we can get time to speak to girl child. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, I can't just wake up and walk into a school and say, yeah. I want to talk to these girls. Hakuna mtu ananijua. Yeah. Watashindwa now, who are you and what do you or do you have that you want to talk to the girls about? Yeah. So for me, those, and one day I'll create my own. Yeah. A place where I get children, I speak to them. Yeah. I tell them, I can even call it something else, but I bring the girls. Yeah. I speak to them. I tell them maneno ya sex openly. Yeah. And tell them it is not bad, but please, sex has its own time. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. But we are concealing that. Mtu ukiona watu wana kiss kwa TV, wewe unaficha. Yeah. Lakini ukiona mtu anashutiwa, shooting to kill, yeah. You don't care. Yeah. So what are you telling your child? Yeah. That openly you can kiss but you can't kill. Yeah. Alafu akishaenda kukiss afanye abortion, yeah. I mean apate mimba, you flash. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So we need to come out and talk.
Do you know the current situation right now? You find out that, guy, you can't even imagine the way we are bringing our kids. You find that msichana wa class 6 ako tena na mtoto, unaona?
Yeah.
And then kidogo hivi ako tena second born, na hata hajafika hata form 2, ako na second born already. Do you think that maybe in future hii kitu pia ita affect marriage? Because I don't think if venye tunaelewa the economy, do you think that there will be someone gets to marry a girl with 3 kids or 2?
Now that's another thing that the society needs to tackle.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes worse that you're a young boy,
yeah.
You're marrying someone who already has 2-3 children.
Yeah.
You want to raise the children wenye sio wako.
Yeah.
To make matters worse, normally you find akona hawa watoto watatu with 3 different men.
Yeah.
And then saa zingine anakula kwa hawa mababa watatu, all of them feeding these children.
Yeah.
Wewe uko hapo, you are struggling to feed and educate these children, na si hata bibi yako. Yeah. Ni bibi ya wenyewe. Yeah. Na watoto wa wenyewe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in future it's going to be really broken. Yeah. Who is going to marry you with 3 children? Yeah. It takes me back to communication. Yeah. We have to talk about sex openly and the consequences. Yeah. Yes.
Wow, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Do you think that maybe your book will bring a change to the society?
If my book is read, yeah, and also shot as or rather produced, yeah, to the film industry, yeah, anyone watching this book, anyone watching the series, yeah, anyone who watches the drama, yeah, will come out with a lesson. Yeah. Because that's my main aim. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, it's so amazing because the youths are the future leaders.
Yes.
And the way the things are going in the situation right now, we can't say that maybe you can be the youth, but we can still be, with the help of maybe parents and religious leaders. But I think sana pia religious leaders pia we can blame them. Because I think there's some issue they don't even want to involve themselves with. Maybe anaona nikiongea hivi, huyu kijana ataacha kanisa, kesho sitakuwa na mayouth kwa kanisa, unaona? So hiyo pia ni issue pia. Leaders kwa church pia they need to talk about it because I think they fear this thing a lot.
Yeah.
Wanasema no, after maybe nikimwambia vijana kazi yao ni ngumu hata kuja. But what about ukikaa tu open waambie hivi na hivi, we should go this direction. I think this young person will just come back by herself or himself. Ama what's our view on that?
I think what matters is the approach.
Yeah.
I could be having a message, yeah, and I could really be having a good message for the youth. Yeah. But what's the approach I'm giving the youth? Yeah. So if you are a youth or a church leader or a preacher or whoever, yeah, how you approach them will bring them back tomorrow. Yeah. So you shouldn't, distance yourself from telling them, yeah, don't do this because it is wrong. Yeah. Speak it. Yeah. Say it. Communicate. But find the best way to approach it so that you don't push them away. Yeah. Find the best way to bring them back tomorrow without telling them, yeah, we will crucify you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're coming to the end of the show. Can you tell us the last thing we should know before finishing the show?
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. So as we wind up, I would love to tell everyone, yeah, that hawa watoto tumezaa in the society, kila moja anakuja kivyake, yeah, and everyone is unique in their own way. Yeah. Every one of them, right? Yeah. Don't judge, don't compare, yeah, and don't push them away. Yeah. I am happy when a child comes to me and they ask a question, yeah, because then that means the child is being inquisitive, yeah, and they are willing to learn. Yeah. When a child comes to you and you think my child is not acting like the neighbor's child, yeah, don't push them away. Yeah. They are different. Yeah. Nurture what is here. Yeah. Don't go looking for what is in your neighbor's house. Amazing. Speak. Yeah. Communicate. Yeah. Make them your friends. Yeah. And be open with them. Yeah. Because it's the only way, yeah, that tomorrow they'll wake up, yeah, and say, if my mom never opened up to me on this matter, I would be in the streets. But see, I am not in the streets. Thank you very much, parents and parents to be. Listen to these things, take a point home, and know how to raise your child.
As Achieng' Opiyo, as a author of the society, you can now say an author of the society. Where do you see yourself in 1 year as a author of the society to change the society?
Well, my hope in the next 1 year is to have published 1 or 2 books again. Well, that's after this. And I also hope that in the next 1 year, I will be having a following that can listen to me, being parents, children, or whoever. And I hope I will have also created a rapport that I can get time, walk into a school, speak, get those girls class 7, form 2, form 3. You know those girls that are just growing horns and they just need someone to speak to them. And don't forget, it's not just about girls, even boys. Because boy child amesahaulika sana. And when we get a point, when I at some point I get time to speak, I would want to speak to both the girl and the boy, so that I am talking to 2 people who I know must come together or will come together to do something. Okay? And also, sometimes before I commit a mistake, I must have met someone who misleads me, right? Sometimes. That is, it's a thing in the society or it's a thing in the world. So the best thing to do is to find time and tell this child, whether a girl or a boy, please don't do this, please do this. Tell them the consequences and then give them an option. So if you don't do this, because you're not going to do this, you can do this instead. Okay? So that our society works on a straight line.
Amazing. You know, one thing I like with this conversation is that when you're a parent there outside there watching this platform, you will love it a lot. Because here I think you can come out with maybe 1 or 2 things, and that thing can change your life, change the life of your neighbor, your child, the child of someone you love, So kindly just check out and watch this conversation keenly, and don't forget that Achieng' Opiyo is always talking about the same topic, the parenting issue, on our show.
Yes, Achieng' Opiyo.
You can reach her and get the amazing conversation from herself. And before that, I'm just about to end up the show, and we say a big thank you because, without you, we could not be here. So we say a big thank you because you're always here with us to watch us each and every time. Your comment really matters a lot there. So you can say, we didn't go well, pale tumerong pia, you can just put there and tell us, we need to go this direction so that we can walk as one family, and at least we change up that one thing in the society, that narrative, we can make it when we are together. So we are winding up, and before that, remember that we have the Love Nut here, and with Love Nut is all about happiness, and that's why the family of Untold Truth, we are always happy because we are taking the Love Nut. With the Love Nut, everything is perfect. We say amazing, everything is perfect here. So just take Love Nut today. You know what? The one thing I love with this Love Nut is very natural. We love things that are natural. Don't forget to come to Love Nut, and it's very tasty and affordable. Affordability, don't even go there. Affordability go to kwa mfuko yako, we can negotiate pia. So just call those numbers below there. See those numbers, just call them and you get one at your own time. So I wind up the show. See you next. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.